This is a 1 month overview reading for XLV throughout the month of September 2022. That's the healthcare sector spider fund, XLV. The overall theme and behavior, we have sideways rotation, equal amounts of bulls and bears throughout the month. Sideways rotation along a key support level on a one month chart, or a multi let's say a year-to-day chart possibly, but definitely a 1 month chart. It's crossed with erratic behavior back and forth through the same price level. So you can see a lot of sideways behavior going on here. I will say that I'm picking up on a bit of a whipsaw action on the 7th, 8th, 9th, possibly the 12th. I saw that on the S&P. I've seen that on quite a few other stocks as well. So there's some real behavior going on around the 7th, 8th, and 9th of September, possibly over the weekend into the 12th. And that's right when retrograde commences on the 9th. Behavior around the high, we'll have a fast sudden move higher marking the end of a period of volatility, and that fast sudden move higher will take us into the high. There's a notable move to the upside to reach that high. And then the behavior around the low will be within close proximity to the high. And by that I mean time proximity. All right, so on the first, we have a move higher out of a low or a prominent trough. We have a move higher, successfully turning resistance on a one month chart into support. On the second, we have a day trade opportunity in the midst of meeting a resistance level and then falling, breaking down with consecutively higher spikes up, or excuse me, consecutively lower spikes up on the way down. The two trade opportunities there for the day trade. One will involve a rally on a 1-day chart that marks an opportunity to open up a short position, and the other trade will involve a rally that increases with momentum moving forward in time, or as we move forward in time. On the 6th, we have two prominent moves, one higher and then a full retracement back down. There's two local lows, so on a 1-day chart of the 6th, we'll see two prominent lows that stand out, and a prominent reversal on a 1-day chart for one of those. The other one will also mark an opportunity to open up a long position in the midst of a decline into that local low. On the 7th, we have a notable fake out. There's an important support level highlighted here, and we have a notable fake out of some kind, intentional, a fake out, a shakeout, or indicator falsely triggered. On the 8th, we have a month's crest correlator here. So likely a month's high here. It's really close to the month's low, so that makes sense based on the fact that we have these correlations here, giving them close time proximity. It doesn't mean they're the only one, but there's definitely some whipsaw action going on here. On the 8th, sideways fluctuation with a bearish trend that precedes a rally. There's one swing trade opportunity here on the 8th involving 3 pokes through the same price level, followed by a sharp drop off of that third poke. That's a sharp drop on a 1-day chart. The one local low on a 1-day chart for the 8th marks an opportunity in the midst of a decline into it to open up a long position. On the 9th, I'm advised to open up protection midday. It looks like we have a swing trade opportunity to close. It looks like to close the position we opened on the 8th. We have a sideways S formation between horizontal support and horizontal resistance. We have a decline from the resistance to the support, a reversal back all the way back to the resistance, and then another reversal all the way back to support. It's like a sideways S. And in the midst of that, there's a low correlator. So we should definitely have like a prominent crest and a prominent trough for the month, somewhere around the 7th, 8th, 9th, possibly the 12th. The one local high that we have on a 1-day chart for the 9th, it forms when we have sideways fluctuations with a bullish trend that precedes a decline. So it looks like bullish early in the day. The one swing trade opportunity, it involves a rally higher on a 1-day chart that marks an opportunity to open up a short position. The one local low on a 1-day chart, there's a big move to it and a big move from it likely. A lot of price movement over the weekend, guys. A lot of price movement over the weekend. A lot of price movement on the 8th and 9th, but a lot of price movement over the weekend. It looks like on the 12th we have a resistance level that's highlighted, and we have quite a bit of volatility. 2 local highs. One of those local highs on a one-day chart, it's going to stand out because we'll have a failed attempt to break through key resistance on the one-day chart, followed by a decline through key support on a one-day chart. Everything I say is going to be on a one-day chart, unless I say on a 1-month chart. Crest early in the day, trough early in the day. On the 13th, we have a swing trade opportunity. Looks like to open up a swing trade. There's quite a bit of bumping sideways along resistance. We may break through it, some resistance at some point, but there's a rally on a one-day chart that marks an opportunity to open up a short position. The following day, an important support level on a 1-month chart is highlighted in the midst of a sharp decline on a sharp decline on a one-day chart, possibly standing out on a 1-month chart as well. On the 15th, we sell from overbought territory on RSI from a crest. There's profit taking. On the 16th, we have another swing trade opportunity here. Looks like to close a swing trade that we possibly opened on the 13th. There's a big move to the upside on the 16th. A lot of price movement on the 16th. Possibly another high here for a month crest. But we have a big move to the upside out of oversold territory on RSI, or to fill a gap up. A previous gap down. So we move up to fill a previous gap down. So one of those two, there's one local low on a one-day chart for the 16th. Marks an opportunity in a decline to meet that low to open up a long position. There's a decline that increases with the momentum moving out of the high. And the swing trade opportunity involves 3 pokes through the same price level, followed by a sharp decline off of that third poke. Alright, so on the 19th, we have the end of a period of decline marked by a fast, sudden move to the upside. On the 20th, a prominent decline. It'll stand out on a multi-day chart or on a 1-month chart. Notable decline. There's 3 local lows. 3 local lows on a 1-day chart there. One will involve a decline to and through a support level to meet a secondary support. We bounce along sideways along that support, and then we break down through multiple supports. Another of the local lows on the 1-day chart for the 20th is going to mark a prominent reversal on a 1-day chart. And another of those local lows, there's a notable decline into it. That marks an opportunity to open up a long position. The one swing trade opportunity we have here on the 20th, it's 3 pokes through the same price level, followed by a sharp decline off of that third poke. Okay, on the 20th, we have bearish price swings with a notable drop that'll stand out on at least a 1-day chart. On the 22nd, another swing trade opportunity in the midst of a move higher through resistance. We stay above it briefly and we break back down through that same price level. The one local high on the 22nd will form when we have some sideways fluctuations with a bullish trend that precedes a decline. And the one swing trade opportunity we have on the 22nd involves a rally higher, marking an opportunity to open up a short position. On the 23rd, we have another swing trade opportunity similar to that, a rally higher to open up a short position. In the midst of a big move to the upside, it'll stand out on a 1-day chart, possibly on a 1-month chart. The one local low on the 23rd, there's a big move to it and a big move out of it on a 1-day chart. And then it looks like towards the end of the day, we get kind of slowed down. There's like a slowing of a bullish trend. We're delayed by resistance. Over the weekend, it looks like we successfully turned that resistance into new support. On the 26th, it looks like we go from a crest on the 26th, a trough on the morning of the 26th. There's a big move to the upside. 2 local highs for the 1-day chart of the 26th. One involves a failed attempt to break through key resistance on a 1-day chart, followed by decline through key support on a 1-day chart. And the other high involves a key price level. It was a critical technical price level that would likely stand out at least on a 1-day chart, but most likely on a 1-month chart as well. On the 27th, we have a notable move to the upside. It'll stand out on a 1-month chart. We have a swing trade opportunity here in the midst of a rally higher that marks an opportunity to open up a short position. So these, the 22nd, the 23rd, and the 28th, it looks like are good opportunities to open up a position, like maybe puts that expire past the 28th. Because it looks like we have another prominent low here on the 28th. Some sort of disaster takes place, something not expected. And sudden, and there's a notable drop through multiple support levels on the 28th to reach another prominent low or trough for the month. We rally higher on the 29th along a diagonal trend line. We break through horizontal resistance, meet a secondary resistance, and then there's a bit of a dip back to somewhere between those two price levels. And then that dip turns into more of a decline on the 30th. We revisit past problems, and there's a sharp decline through a key resistance level, at least on a 1-day chart, but I'm thinking on a multi-day chart. Swing trade opportunity in the midst of a rally on a 1-day chart that opens up, that presents an opportunity to open up a short position. And the sneak preview card for the following month, the month of November, we have a move higher in the face of, even in the face of seemingly overwhelming headwinds. All right, guys, that's XLV, the healthcare sector for September 2022. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button, my friends. Don't forget to subscribe. And most importantly, guys, the rule of karma with these readings, when you make that money, take a little bit of that profit and send it forward to somebody who needs it, who isn't expecting it. Send it forward, pay it forward, keep the flow going. Take a little bit of that profit and send it back. Show some gratitude to the team here at the Investor Profit. Help support the team through our Cash App. And then the remaining 90%, do what you got to do with that. Just make sure you do it out of love, and the universe is going to send it back to you tenfold in all directions, my friends. I'll see you on the next one.